Hey scribers, it's Vanessa here with a design team layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict. And at the beginning of the video, you saw the April challenge sketch that Virginia put out for the month of April. And I am going to take some inspiration from that sketch. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is take my white cardstock and I'm just adding some Distress Oxide ink to the background, and then I'm going to use some Glorious Days vibes to just add some splatters. So this is just going to add a little bit of interest to my background. I am trying to keep on a sort of vertical top left to bottom right with the embellishment and mixed media on this page, and so that is sort of in keeping with the sketch for sure. There was a mixed media kind of line that went from that top to bottom on the vertical, and so I'm going to set my background off to the side to dry, and here is where we are going to start playing with the cut file. So I am using the Delicate Butterflies cut file that was released for this month, and I've taken 3 colors of Distress Oxide ink. I have Saltwater Taffy, Kitsch Flamingo, I believe, and Speckled Egg. And those are the 3 colors that I'm going to use. And as you can see, I am just doing a sort of tie-dyed effect to each of my butterflies. And so I went ahead and just cut these on some white cardstock. I did not prep them or anything like that. I am just using the cardstock as is. So I definitely did not want to add a whole lot of water or anything to these because I didn't want to completely soak through the papers. So you're going to see me put each of the butterflies through these colors, and I really like how this looks. However, as they were drying, I decided that I needed to go back and add in some yellow in order to pull in the background color that I had on the layout, as well as the pattern paper that I'm using to kind of decide what colors I wanted for this layout. So you'll see that pattern paper here in just a sec. I'm going to bring it in and you'll be able to see sort of what was my inspiration for the colors. And there it is. So you can see when I lay the butterflies on top of it that it really does match the colors in that pattern paper. And so even though when my finished layout is done, you don't see a lot of that pattern paper, that was the inspiration. So now you can see I am just matching up all of the background or the outline images of each of these delicate butterflies with the butterfly that it corresponds with. And so off camera, I am going to go ahead and put all of these together. Now I don't completely glue down the outline. I glue like the middle part of the bodies of each of the butterflies, but I don't completely glue them down just to give it a little bit of dimension, because I do bend the wings, and then without gluing everything down, I'm able to almost get like 2 layers on the butterflies, and it helps with give some dimension and depth to the page. So now that I have all of that done, I'm bringing in my background, and I did glue or attach it to that gingham pattern paper that is in the background. So that's going to frame my layout. And then I wanted to keep the rest of this very simple. So I have my photos, which I have already gone ahead and just matted with several pattern papers. I am using my How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of April. So if you've seen that video, you know that I built my kits from some Citrus Twist pattern papers, and so those were the base of my kit for this month, and so that's what I used to back all of the photos. And so now I have just those few little embellishments, and I've gone ahead and put all of those butterflies on the diagonal. So that's where I'm bringing in the sketch. I have the butterflies from the sketch, as well as everything kind of going on that diagonal, top left to bottom right, so that I am sort of giving, you know, a nod to the sketch, but I don't have the circular element. I'm just taking some inspiration from it, which is typically what I like to do with sketches. I have a hard time using them a lot of times, so this was a great way to use it and just interpret it and put my own spin on it. And so I really love how this turned out. My title for this one is just going to be Chasing Bubbles, and the pictures that I'm scrapping are actually my daughter and my mom. They're blowing bubbles, and my son is running around trying to catch all of the bubbles as they are blowing them. And so these butterflies just made me think of, you know, butterflies fluttering around and chasing the bubbles sort of gave me that same feeling. And so I'm just going to finish off the page here with a few puffy hearts, and I do go ahead and glue everything down off camera. So a few of the things sort of move here and there, but for the most part, I am going to finish the layout with some enamel dots. And once I get those in place, you will see the finished photos at the end. And that is pretty much going to do it for this page. I will have the links down below to the Facebook group for Confessions of a Paper Addict, as well as the Etsy shop. So be sure to hop over, grab the free cut file from the Facebook group, and over to the shop to grab these adorable butterflies that were released this month. So with that, guys, here are the still photos, and I will catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.